Presentation from News Channel Nebraska. NCN Sports is presented by Medica. With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for. Liberty First Credit Union, banking with purpose. And by Teammates Mentoring. Join the team, be a mentor.
Good evening, everyone, from the University of Nebraska Kearney Health and Sports Center. It's an in-state rivalry battle tonight between your UNK Lopers and the Eagles of Chadron State. Doug Duda, pleased to welcome in Seth Denny, our Christmas present to you for tonight's basketball doubleheader. And Seth, you know what it's like when there's two in-state teams playing at any level.
They've had some battles, Doug, through the years for sure. Back in the old Cushing Coliseum, they've battled it out. Chadron and UNK did, and now here they battle it tonight. Two teams that have some other issues potentially. The women from UNK battling the injury bug, and Chadron State has not won a contest yet. They've been close a couple times and will play competitively tonight. It should be pretty interesting.
Yeah, we'll talk about Chadron State's new coaching staff and trying to kind of rebound from some unfortunate incidents a couple of years ago. But in-state, they played better this weekend, and that takes us to our players to watch here tonight. First off, for Chadron State, she doesn't start, but Ella Mosier is a hotshot freshman out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa, that actually led them in scoring these last two ball games with 13 points in each contest, and she could knock down the three. She's actually fourth in the RMAC Conference right now from a three-point range. Then you take a look at UNK, and I'll tell you, this young lady stepped into the point guard role last year, and Jillian Aschoff out of Lincoln Pius X. We got to see her play with a variety of great players for Pius in high school, and she has really taken it to the next level. And when the Lopers needed somebody to take over at point guard last year, she did, and she's trying like some of the team battling through injuries, but Aschoff is quite the exciting player to watch. Your head's on a swivel because you never know when she's passing it.
That's exactly right. Aschoff's the straw that stirs the drink for the Lopers. They've got some good inside talent. Yesterday they put up 111 points on an outmanned opponent. We'll see what they can do tonight against in-state rival Chadron State.
It's UNK and Chadron State women's and men's doubleheader. The ladies are up first, and we'll be back with the starting lineups and more right after this on News Channel Nebraska.
This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Anything for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more. From little feet to little paws, to updates and overhauls. From soft and cozy to durable and resilient. From something that blends in or something that's different. From DIY to custom install, O Street Carpet can help you with it all. Whatever your needs are for the floor, O Street Carpet has it and more.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a Teammates mentor. I've heard Teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates helps students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
And welcome back to the UNK Health and Sports Center. Obviously, we know quite a bit about these two programs. If you're in the state of Nebraska, Chadron women actually are going to hang around and go down to Fort Hays State here in a few days. So they're making the trip south here before the holidays. Let's go ahead and take a look at our school spotlight. The Eagles coming in out of the RMAC, where UNK had been for a number of years before moving into the MIAA. Last week, a couple of close losses. They actually had some identical losses in women's and men's basketball, both trying to find a way to get into the win column. As you said, Seth, women for Chadron 0-7 on the season, but a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better each game out.
Looked like they played some tough competition leading up to the early part of the season. And, yeah, in recent games, Doug, it was the same score, 66-56, in losing their last two contests. So you would think they'd come in tonight really wanting to put their best effort on the floor this evening against UNK, an old rival.
About a 5-hour trip from Chadron State down here to the University of Nebraska at Kearney with your Lopers. Lopers having success against Chadron in the past. As we said, the Loper women with a huge win yesterday over Southwestern Kansas, a 111-43. Everybody gets in a team school tying record, 38 assists in that contest. And the Lopers also had a little success coming in to this weekend. So women's basketball team picking up some wins and hoping to get a few more here before the Christmas break in the MIAA. The Lopers coming in now at 5-6 on the season, and some of those injuries is what they're really trying to work themselves through. So that's a look at who's playing here tonight, and we will be back with the starting lineups and get you ready for tonight's UNK Chadron State women's game after this on NCN.
There's something dynamic about a team, a family, a community. At UNK, we thrive on collaboration, turning individual strengths into collective triumphs. Lopers are known for healing others, for big business ideas, for teaching and leading, for being the first generation and inspiring the next. With support from application to graduation, get an affordable education with powerful results. While one can be strong, together, we are unstoppable. That's the power of the herd.
If you're at home right now and you're suffering from burning, tingling, or numb feet, you need to pay special attention to this next segment as we discuss neuropathy.
What is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is actually nerve damage to the feet and the legs primarily.
And what are the symptoms?
The major symptoms we see are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, problems with your balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It is absolutely treatable, and we can get some great results.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands, or having balance issues, call today for your nerve damage screening. Your nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our innovative treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe there is nothing that can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 25 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Act now and call to schedule your nerve damage screening. First 25 callers receive this screening for free.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together.
It's not just about the shoe. It's about your fit.
What sets Fleet Feet aside from everything else that we've experienced is my girls being runners. They have very different needs. And so that technology with the scanning and the personal touches is just unmatched. I met Lori almost 16 years ago, and when I saw Lori open this, I knew there was no other place that I wanted to go to have someone help me with my footwear and everything else involved with running. Fleet Feet doesn't just fit your shoes, it fit your life.
Fleet Feet Lincoln. Find your fit today.
Other companies have the revolving door. Every time we come into Schaefer's, it's always the same people. And the big thing to me is they know you by name. They know who you are, which makes a person like myself feel just warm and welcome here. And that's what's great about Schaefer's.
Schaefer's has the essential Whirlpool appliances you need, from refrigerators and air fry ranges to laundry pairs to keep your clothes clean and sanitized at everyday low prices. At Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Schrock Medical Clinics in Kearney. Their expert medical team can treat every member of the family. And by Coppermill Steakhouse in Kearney. Only the finest food and great service.
And welcome back to the UNK Health and Sports Center for NCN's coverage of UNK Chadron State basketball. Brought to you by Custom Sports. From screen-printed T-shirts to outstanding jerseys, they have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com. Here is a look at the starting lineup. First off, for the Eagles of Chadron State, number 4, 5'6" junior guard is Jordan Stokes out of Esterville, Iowa. Number 11, a 5'5" freshman guard out of Fort Collins, Colorado, Kenna Wagner. Number 15, a 6'2" senior out of Winnemucca, Nevada, Mackenzie Peterson. Number 22 is a 5'11" senior coming out of Rodrove, Denmark, in Bianca Benzus. And number 24 is a 5'5" junior out of Reseda, California, Audrey Quintana. The head coach in his first year, Jalen Little, Ro Dominguez. The assistant coach, Chadron, comes in with a record of 0-7. Both teams are into conference play, and they lost to Colorado State Pueblo Thursday and Colorado Springs Saturday by identical 66-54 scores. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Lopers of the University of Nebraska Kearney. Here's how things play out for UNK. They'll start with number 21, a 5'10" junior out of McPherson, Kansas, Jordan Sears. Number 22, a 5'7" senior out of Lincoln Pius, Jillian Aschoff. Number 23, a 5'9" freshman out of Diller, Nebraska, Miley Weirs. Then number 33, she is a 5'11" senior out of Poland, and that is our gal, Gosia Bishkovska. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 45, 6'2" freshman out of Northborough, Iowa, Lene Green. The head coach of your UNK Lopers is Drew Johnson in his third year. Nicole Oldie Johnson, the former K-State All-American, is an assistant with Casey Bassett and Linda Rowe. UNK comes in with a record of 5-6 on the season after that win yesterday against Southwestern College in Kansas, 111-43. They had 2 close losses to start conference play, 71-65 to Washburn and 72-69 over Central Missouri. They already do own a win over in-state rival Wayne State over the Thanksgiving Saturday, 69-59. Those are the starting lineups for today's ball game. Our pregame brought to you by Schrock Medical. Schrock Medical Clinic, a fully integrated medical clinic in Kearney. The expert medical team can treat every member of the family. We're about ready to tip it off. And Seth, I think one thing, because of those injuries that we'll get to here for UNK, freshmen, and some freshmen that have to move into starting roles and move into more playing time roles here for Coach Johnson.
That's right. And whenever you have that amount of injuries, you get some youngsters thrust into the limelight a little bit, and it's kind of trial by fire, and hopefully you get off to a quick start tonight. That's the idea in a contest like this, Doug, where the team is 0-7 that they're facing. UNK wants to get on a quick start to get on them early and then see what happens.
Yeah, they're going to want to run with the basketball as we are ready to get this contest underway. Zach Brost, Jeff Westover, and Rashay Bristol are our officials in the ball game. And right away, the Lopers trying to get the basketball inside to Lene Green. A little contact, and it ends up going out of bounds. So the Lopers will turn it over on their opening possession. But 3 players out for sure for the season here. And Tometa Gimbrado, Bailey Sobzak, who only got to play 6 minutes after starting the season injured. And then Kearney High's own Kelsey Hatcher is also out. So you've got a ton of players, and Brindley Christensen from Lincoln they hope to have back in time for the second portion of the season. And we're going to get a travel here on Chadron. So both teams turn it over on their opening possession. And always wonder these non-conference holiday type games, how quick you can get off to a start here. Finals week for the Lopers, so still it's only Tuesday. Most of the students are still on hand, and we'll start filtering in, I'm sure, as we get through this basketball game. And get it inside the green, she walked with the basketball.
Go for a walk there, yeah. Good idea, the pump fake. You'd like to drop step that and lay it in. The early thought is to pound it inside for the Lopers, it looks like.
So UNK going to put a little pressure on. They'd love to force some turnovers, which obviously they got used to doing yesterday. And let's see what Chadron can do here on their second possession of the basketball game. Lopers coming out in a man-to-man as Chadron brings it over onto the left elbow with Quintana. Quintana trying to clear out some space here, already down to 10 on the shot clock. Down to the low post, ball knocked away by Lene Green, and the Lopers will get the steal. Here comes Aschoff. Jillian down the middle of the floor, looking for somebody to pass it to. Kicks it out on the wing. 3-point land for our friend from the foreign country. Gets it inside. We're going to talk about Bishkovska. but gets it into Aschoff. So Aschoff, usually dishing the assist, gets one there and puts up the first points of the game.
Good attack on that offensively for Aschoff.
Long three-pointer on the way. It's going to be no good. That might be Chadron State's best opportunity of the ball game, is to score from the outside. The Lopers go a little too fast and unable to run it down. Is Miley Weirs. Weirs the leading scorer for this Loper Ball Club, the fabulous freshman. 16 points a game. Sears at 11, 10.5 points for Aschoff. Then you look at Chadron, and it's Peterson that leads the way at just under 11 points per game. They only average 50 points per game, so there's not a lot that's going right for him offensively, as the three from the corner is off the mark, no good, and Aschoff is in there for the rebound. Jillian surveys the floor, gets by everybody, uses a little screen, and the ball just won't fall in the hole. Bad luck and out of bounds. Give the ball to the Eagles.
It's a great take by Aschoff, and she's upset that little bunny didn't go in. She had it. But I love the attack by the point guard for UNK. She's a go-getter.
Well, Chadron State's going to take the ball across the timeline here, looking for their first points of the basketball game. Down on the right block, but hitting the side of the board that time is going to be Peterson. And Chadron State still looking for their first points. 2.5 minutes into our first quarter. 10-minute quarters here at the collegiate level, and looks like we're going to get a hand check foul called on Chadron. This will go on Kenna Wagner. A stutter dribble there by the Lopers, Miley Weirs.
You look at Weirs, Doug, and she played at Diller, and that's quite a jump from that level of play to the D2 level in college. And she's got good speed, good athleticism, fun to watch.
It is the key to the smaller college athletics anymore. You find a kid that probably should be playing a level up. It's rare to get a freshman to start things at any level, and here UNK turns it over again. They're trying, as you said, to pound that into Lene Green, and they're not having any success so far. So Chadron State again trying to stay out of the trap. Good pass down the floor for the short little 8-footer, knocked down by Quintana. Chadron State on the board to tie the ball game at 2 apiece. And we're going to see a timeout called by...
I think there's some confusion whether the timeout has been called or not, Doug.
I don't know exactly what happened there with Coach Johnson talking about something. I don't know, maybe it was the shot clock that wasn't getting going. But when it's all said and done, Sanaya Simmons will come in for the Lopers. I'm going to watch again. I almost thought maybe the Chadron coach was on the floor at that time and had trouble getting him off the floor, just wasn't watching where he was on the floor, as the shot is going to be no good by Bishkova. So the Lopers back defensively, and it's been a rough start here offensively for these two ball clubs as we get things going here. And a nice little dribble take to the right block, fade away, turnaround jumper too strong, offensive rebound, and UNK is able to battle through that, a little mini block and takeaway for the Lopers. Chadron, give them credit, they're getting back defensively. And an over-the-top foul going to be called here on the Eagles. Amaya Winfrey has checked into the ball game. She is a 6'1 senior out of Aurora, Colorado.
Winfrey just got in tough position there, and the Loper was right in there in a good spot in the lane, had her posted up, and got the foul.
Aschoff throws it in. Into the ball game, Bioshinin. Shot no good. And the rebound coming down here to Chadron State in Winfrey. We mentioned the UNK injuries. Sophia Wynn, the only Nebraska native out of Lincoln Southeast Community College out of Lincoln, is injured, as is Cameron Morris from Idalia, Colorado. Both are out here. And Chadron really being pushed out to the front, so they'll go ahead and fire the three way off the mark. Rebound brought down and thrown away by the Lopers. Coach Johnson sees his team down 4-2, and now he will get a timeout. And focus might be a problem right now for UNK. They have 2 points, and we have only played 4 minutes in this ball game. So 4-2, Chadron with the lead, and you can see the pass goes right into the back of Evelyn Old Coyote, and she says, here you go, I'll get an assist. Timeout on the floor, 4-2, Chadron State.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
So this yellow jacket, it basically symbolizes that it's showtime.
The yellow jackets are a throwback to Monday Night Football.
The 1970s, Keith Jackson, Howard Cosell.
That was the big broadcast in the country. Now we're the big broadcast in Nebraska.
When News Channel Nebraska is covering a game, we want you to know that we take it seriously. We want to dress sharp. We have pride in what we do.
And we're going to wear those yellow jackets to show people, you know, we're a little old school, but we're also the important broadcast of the night.
Already 4 turnovers in this first 4 minutes of the ball game for UNK. Coach Johnson calling the timeout with the Lopers trailing 4-2 to the winless Chadron State Eagles, and just about picking the pocket down there is Keziah Torrent.
I think they're going to call Chadron's ball here. They've turned up the pressure a little bit.
All right, Chadron up 4-2, gets the ball on the baseline. Another Loper giveaway. Little push off to the free throw line for Evelyn Old Coyote out of Montana. Goes up top to Mosier, the young lady we talked about at the top of the broadcast as our player to watch. She's played every game, has a lot of minutes, second on the team in scoring, but coming off the bench. Shot clock down to 5. Going to have to throw something up here, and that is a throw up, and it might bank itself in. Nope, in and out, no good. Aschoff battles for the rebound. On the floor, Chadron State gets it, fires it, comes up short. And Jillian Aschoff is able to pull the ball up, and Chadron State getting back. Great job defensively. Miley Weirs back to Aschoff. Swinging around to Weirs for the 3, and the Lopers finally get something to drop from Bishkova.
That's good ball movement, Doug. They moved it around the wing. Somebody's going to be open, and they found her.
So that'll put the Lopers back on top 5-4 here. But Chadron State has to have a little confidence.
Oh, absolutely. They've played really hard these first few minutes of the game.
We're going to get a foul away from the basketball called here on the Lopers and Bioshinen. Bioshinen was in a battle down there with Amaya Winfrey. Both about the same height. Amaya just a little bit bigger, and she was using that bulk to try and back her down. So Chadron will take it out underneath their own hoop and box the lane here. Halfway through the first quarter, 5-4 Lopers on the Bishkova 3. Out top with it is going to be Mosier. Puts the little floater up, no good. Another rebound by Aschoff right down the middle of the floor. She wants to go coast to coast, does, and man, it just won't go. And I thought the things had warmed up the last couple of days. Usually when it's cold outside, we can talk about the ice on the rim, and that's what's happening right now to the Lope Show.
Yeah, again, it was a great take. It just couldn't get the bunny to go for Aschoff.
Our first quarter action here on News Channel Nebraska Television is brought to you by John Henry's. Our family serving yours at John Henry's. The basketball got away. And so
the poor ref had to track that down. Workout in there.
Lopers ready to go back to the bench here. Paige Horn, sophomore out of Scotts Bluff, will check in with that leg sleeve on the left leg. And Aschoff to throw it in. Looked into the paint, nothing there. Throw it out top and have to run it down at midcourt. There is Bishkova. Bishkovska gets it to the free throw line.
That's a
the
good
jumper knocked down. Don't see a lot of mid-range jumpers anymore, do you? Miley Weirs with her first bucket.
It was a good move. You're right. Off the dribble like that, it's a rarity, but it's a beautiful shot. Here comes more pressure.
Chadron trying to stay out of it, but they're pushed all the way out to midcourt here with Quintana. Into the left-hand corner. Mosier's going to drive, lost the handle. Lopers have a 3-on-2 just like you want. Aschoff got ahead of everybody, and this time the scoop shot good. Oh, and a foul. They're going to call a little hand check there on Old Coyote.
Good defense turns into fantastic offense, and she gets the little floater to go, and there was contact, so it'll be a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
And Jillian, she knows. Oh, I got touched. I better go down. I'm going to sell this one.
She knows the game. She knows the game.
Here comes Jordan Sears back in for the Lopers.
Well, this is more like it for the Lopers. They increased the tempo. They turned up the intensity on defense, and that turns into offense.
And the free throw completes the three-point play here for Aschoff. They'll put on a little 2-2-1. I think Coach Johnson was trying to change that up. Everybody was looking around at the call. Ball's tipped. Nice job. Who tipped it? Aschoff. Steal made. 3-on-2. Bringing it all the way to the rack. The little floater in and out. No good. Are we sure they're not playing with a men's basketball out there? An oversized basketball, I guess I should say. Mosier to the trailer. Old Coyote comes through and just gets taken off her feet. Foul on Simmons for the Lopers. 2 free throws coming up.
That pressure is really bothering the Eagles. They try to make that skip pass, and what you need to do is do a ball fake first and then maybe skip that pass with a little mustard on it. But that's causing some problems for Chadron.
Well, they've been stuck on 4 here for a little while. Let's see if the Eagles are able to manage a couple free throws here. The first one is too strong. For the Lopers, one more game before Christmas. South Dakota Mines coming in on Sunday afternoon at 1 o'clock. The Loper men are going to be heading out to Denver. We'll talk more about that during their contest. Second free throw is good. So Old Coyote has first point of the ball game, and it is 10-5. Fast break off the make, all the way underneath the hoop. The double clutch shot, no good. There's Aschoff with the rebound. She's always in the right place, it seems like. Dribbles into a triple team, kicks it out for a wide open jumper, and that one's good by Miley Weirs. A three-pointer to give the Lopers an 8-point lead, 13-5.
Weirs was just spotting up, Doug. She was ready for that one, and it was a great kick by a teammate, and she cashed it. 3 minutes to go. It'll be important for UNK to finish this quarter on a high note. Oh, good luck.
Yeah, wide open, getting behind the defense is Torin. So Keziah Torin knocking down her first bucket. Another freshman out there, and Chadron State not going to have a lot of seniors. They don't have a lot of seniors. Got a big junior class, and there's another Loper turnover. And every coach everywhere has the same reaction. Yeah. But Coach Johnson down there just shaking his head. So they're going to go to the bench and keep rotating in. Everybody got to play yesterday. Here's Emma Rowan in. And back in will be Gosha Bishkovska.
There's not a coach out there that doesn't really lose sleep at night over those turnovers. They just drives them nuts.
Our UNK basketball brought to you by your Midway Auto Dealerships. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Midway, it's a better way. With 2:20 to go here in quarter number 1. Lopers have the lead, but I'm sure still not pleasing over here on the bench. Trying to get an isolation on one-on-one. They finally do, then kick out 3 as the shot clock hits 0. Number 0, Ella Mosier. Top 5 3-point shooter in the RMAC Conference. Buries one there.
That's a good drive and kick. That's good offense for Chadron State. The wide open athlete there, Mosier.
Trying to answer right back is Bishkovska. No good, but an offensive rebound underneath the hoop. Couldn't stay in bounds, though. Little contact down low and out of bounds, despite the good effort from Paige Horn. 13-10. Lopers got a little spark there out of the timeout. Now they're stuck on 13. A team that has found a way to put up some points here throughout the season despite the injuries. Lopers do average 69.5 points per basketball game. 111 yesterday is not going to hurt that. Now the steal and the layup, and that's what the Lopers were hoping to do with that pressure. Aschoff with the easy one after the steal.
Chadron's really struggled with this full court pressure early. There's a great steal.
Nice hustle, crashing into the scorer's table and picking it off was Jordan Sears. Ball eventually tipped out of bounds by Chadron State, and we're going to get a foul called. It's going to be on Bianca Benzus with the foul. 4 fouls in the quarter on the Eagles, 2 on the Lopers. And Aschoff to throw it in front of the scorer's table here, 15-10. As we take a look at our scoreboard, brought to you by Aurora Cooperative. Go green with E15 and fill up at your nearest A-stop today. Aurora Cooperative. Drive and dish, looking for the 3. Oh, we're going to get an offensive foul.
Chadron moved to the zone there, Doug, and they're looking to skip that thing and find the open player.
Well, Jordan Sears, after the pass, continued on through and ran over the Chadron State defender, and that's what the foul was called. That's probably a pretty good call, too. That wasn't an acting job in the paint. So Chadron trying to make it a one-possession game here as we approach the 1 minute mark of quarter number one. Chadron being patient. Down to the low block, double team, ball knocked away. Lopers on the run out. Here comes Weirs, one-on-one. Good defense, shot no good. Lopers have the offensive rebound, trying to establish position, and doing so is Beoshinen. So Beoshinen gets a good offensive putback, and the Lopers up by 7.
What she did was she rebounded that thing strong, then did a power move to the paint. Very good play by Beoshinen.
Very reminiscent of one Seth Denny.
I stayed away from the paint, baby. No way I'm going in there.
Drive it in. Nice switch there by Truesdale. And Alexis gets her first bucket of the ball game. That gives the Lopers the opportunity for the last shot, but they're always running. Shot clock off. And Coach Johnson says, all right, let's set the play. Let's run it. Let's get the last shot. Aschoff will run it. Gives it over the left wing. There's some opening for a three in the left-hand corner, and it is good by Bishkovska. And that'll be the end of the first quarter of play, and the Lopers have established themselves an 8-point lead. UNK trying to get to 500. Chadron looking for their first win of the season. It's the Lopers 20 and the Eagles 12. It's college basketball on NCN.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GM Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Let me ask you a question. Do you have knee, hip, back, or shoulder pain? Do you hurt just going up and down stairs or getting in and out of your car? What if I told you there was a solution, one that requires no surgery and no downtime?
Before I had the treatment, I couldn't even run 10 steps, without having pain. This was just so easy, and you feel results within days.
The day I walked into that office to have the treatment done, it's just like night and day. Now that I have completed the treatment, I will stick with it for life.
After the treatment, feeling great and just building up I'm building up all my muscles now. I went for a modern solution as opposed to somebody just cutting on you.
If you are tired of dealing with your knee, hip, or shoulder pain and want to see what can be done without surgery, call now. The first 25 callers will receive a free consultation. Appointments are limited and are given in order of call received, so call now.
And welcome back to News Channel Nebraska Television. A little Tuesday night basketball. What a beautiful night. Hopefully you're enjoying that as we are bringing you Lopers and Chadron State basketball. Doug Duda along with Seth Denny, and it's 20-12. Lopers a 3 right before the first quarter horn. Chadron gets the ball here to start the second quarter. A little mini one-hand jump hook down on the baseline by Peterson. Hasn't been able to get anything going here for the 6'2 senior. And the Lopers come right back down, and how about another bucket for UNK underneath with Beoshinen. So, boy, they were really trying to get it inside in the first 5 minutes, and it wasn't working, and now they're up by 10.
And again, we sound like a broken record, but it's Aschoff being the playmaker once again, getting the paint touch, and then a sweet pass to the teammate for the lay-in.
Three-pointer on the left wing, too strong. And the Lopers, who else? Aschoff on the run out. Scoop pass, there it is. That's my favorite part of watching Jillian Aschoff play. And it's going to be a timeout after the Weirs layup. So the Lopers have put up 7 points in 1 minute worth of basketball action, end of the first to the start of the second. And this is what Coach Johnson and the Lopers are looking for. UNK 24, Chadron State 12. We'll be back right after this timeout on NCN.
Hi, this is Rick Heyman, president of Starter Heyman Jewelers, welcoming you to Starter Heyman. 120 years, 4 generations of excellence. We've helped thousands of Nebraska families over the last 120 years to make their dreams come true. Thank you so much for your business over all these years, and we welcome you this year to our 120th anniversary. When only the best will do, Sartor Heyman Jewelers. And happy holidays from our family to yours.
Do you know when the worst time to find out your sump pump isn't working? The day you need it. At John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electrical, we're offering a $59 sump pump inspection, so you won't have to find a watery surprise in your basement after a storm. For just $59, our licensed and experienced service professionals will examine your sump pump, inspecting its major components, to ensure your sump pump is ready and working when you need it most. Hurry, this offer won't last long. John Henry's, serving your family since 1996.
First year head coach Jalen Little really just patient down there in the huddle, and he knows he has to be. This is Jalen was an assistant men's basketball coach for a number of years at Chadron before moving on and coming back and trying to help out the Eagles, and he knows what he's got to work with. They go to number 8 Fort Hays State later this week, and then they're off until deep when they come back to school in January. So Lopers actually play on New Year's Day for conference basketball. Right now, Aschoff leads the way with 9 points here. 3-pointer on the way. Mosier, that's too strong. Jillian with the rebound, and an unfortunate foul there on Torrin. She wasn't trying to commit the foul. She just didn't get to the ball first.
Coach Little's message to Chadron State players at this point is to get back on defense, keep your poise, try to take care of that basketball against the pressure of the Lopers.
Yeah, this is where things could start turning a little south, and I mean the Lopers have taken it from 13-10 to 24-12, so an 11-2 run here by UNK, and the Lopers want to keep that going. Chadron did a really good job in the first 7 minutes of getting back defensively, forcing the Lopers into tough shots, coming off the screen, tripping but saving the basketball is going to be Weirs, and they'll reset here. Aschoff, step back, 14-footer, it's good, and Jillian already into double digits here in today's basketball game.
She's a tough player to defend because you got to guard that drive. But then she hits the mid-range pull up there. It's tough to defend.
Ball gets away from Wagner for the Eagles, runs it down just before she gets across the timeline, and it gets it over and back. Still plenty of time on the shot clock. Truesdale, top of the key, gives it right back to Wagner. Now way out here, 5 seconds. They're going to have to do something. They're going to end up throwing up another one here. Oh, nope, they lose the handle and a shot clock violation. A turnover here on Chadron State.
Didn't have a lot to go with on that one. She continued to drive it, trying to see if somebody was going to cut possibly to the hoop. Good defense for the Lady Lopers.
Each team with 7 turnovers in the basketball game. The Lopers had a majority of those in the first 4 minutes. Now starting to settle down. On top by a score of 26-12. And can't get the ball inside off the hands of Weirs and out of bounds.
Right idea, nice back cut, had a little too much on it.
So Chadron walked the ball up the floor here, but they need a bucket. It has been a while for Chadron State. Stutter out on the right side, Wagner. And a whistle away from the basketball. Looks like a foul on the Lopers in Bishkovska. All right, our second quarter here on News Channel Nebraska Television is brought to you by O Street Carpet, supported by Steve Carper and the crew at O Street Carpet. Thanks to O Street, as always, for being a big sponsor of all of our sports broadcasts, high school and collegiately. And now we're going to get an illegal screen. I think Coach Johnson asked for it, and then the second time it happened, they get it called on Truesdale.
He was politicking earlier, and there you go. One. It's the right idea for Chadron to get a body on somebody and set some picks, make some cuts. You can't stand and watch that guard just dribble out front. You got to look to get somebody open.
Again, you've got the officials that aren't just from down the road. They have to make a trip anytime we're talking D2 college basketball. So good to see this crew here. Down on the post, one-on-one. Good block shot underneath by Winfrey of Chadron State to deny Biosinen on that one. So Beoshinen has got a couple of buckets, not that time. Mosier back on the right wing. Man, just nothing inside right now, Seth, for this Chadron State ball club.
Winfrey looked to have position on the low block, but they just missed her. But Beoshinen's got great height there behind her.
All right, trying to set a screen up. They're in trouble again. They're going to have to throw something up if they can even do that.
Off here.
And the three-pointer is after the buzzer by Jackson. So another great defensive stand. But Chadron's also, it's good defense by the Lopers, but Chadron's also wanting to run that shot clock down to 10. They have no problem. If the shot clock's at 10, then we get our play going. They've got to have kind of a first look, and if it's not there, it's like they pull the ball out and wait till there's 10 on the shot clock to get going.
You're right, Doug. They are really dwindling that shot clock down, and it is good defense by the Lopers.
Another kind of lull in the action here. Chadron State still on 12. Lopers making a couple of substitutions. Simmons back into the ball game. Try to lob it down low. There's the catch with the right hand and score by Tara Beoshinen.
The old-fashioned high-low game is what we got going there, and it was done beautifully.
28-12. Lopers continue to increase their lead. Chadron State with Jackson stepping in. Simmons knocks it away. Here comes Lopers on the help. 3-on-2. Pull-up jumper from about 9 feet away. Won't go. Crashing the boards. A lot of gold, but it ends up in the maroon of Chadron State, and then a reach-in foul on Simmons after Wagner came out of there with a basketball.
Oh, Simmons is quick. The senior from Olathe with some great play there, and once again trying to steal it. Got called in the foul.
Yeah, those are the ones that in the moment, it's all about playing basketball, but even she's going, even if I knock that out of there, I'm going nowhere.
That's right.
This is not the right way to try and steal the basketball.
That's right. I like the aggressiveness, though.
Chadron is stuck on 12. Old Coyote at the free throw line, trying to back it out. Aschoff gets a good pass underneath, and the turnaround jumper falls for Winfrey. We haven't seen a whole lot of that at all from Chadron State. See if they can come back to that the next couple trips down the floor. Skip pass knocked away, and Chadron State. Torrin comes away with the steal, but there's Aschoff. How many of her are there on the floor at one time? It seems like there's 3. She brings it all the way in, draws the contact from Winfrey, and will go to the line and shoot 2.
Pushing the action. That's what she does. She likes to speed things up. Takes that way out there with her right hand and draws the foul.
Coming up at the half here on News Channel Nebraska, besides taking a look at some stats and highlights, we're going to be taking a look at everything going on, brought to you by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. And Aschoff to the line. First one on the way and in.
Boy, Doug, you could just tell a player that's played a lot of ball, and she has from her days way before Lincoln Pius, and then, of course, playing for the Bolts for a championship, and has had quite a career here.
And a second free throw good. I remember the first time getting a chance to watch her play, and she was teammates with Alexis Markowski, and what a crew 1-2 punch, and those weren't even the only 2 good players on the team, as you said about the state title, but playing Kearney High and a couple other times down at state as the jumper's no good. And I'm telling you, right now she could whiz it down the floor one-handed and put it on the money. This time she uses the 2 hands, but gets the assist and the layup by Weirs because of the pass by Aschoff. Aschoff, 13 points. She looks like she could come away with a triple-double if she gets enough time tonight with points, assists, and then who knows, maybe even steals or rebounds because she's already been in there on a few boards as that one is missed and pulled down by Bishkovska. Outlet pass, Chadron looks like they're getting tired. We're going to charge.
I'm going to call a charge on that one. UNK still pushing.
Yeah, there's not a lot there. That should have been a no call, but that's whatever. The Doug Duda opinion.
I'm for it, man. Bring the Doug Duda opinion.
Doug Duda, Seth Denny with you here. 4.5 to go in the first half. Lopers have shut down Chadron State here in the second quarter. They have just the 1 bucket, 2 points in nearly 6 minutes of action. And we're going to get a push off here. Kenna Wagner. And who draws that? Dun, dun, dun. Number 22.
That's right.
Jillian Aschoff.
She's doing a lot right now. And Chadron, it's getting away from them a little bit. Offensively, they need to continue to be patient, make the good cut, maybe post up number 15 down low a little bit. But the pressure of UNK is really making things difficult for the Eagles.
Coach Johnson really rotating some gals in. Basically, Weirs and Aschoff are staying out there, but everybody else getting a chance. Another three on the way, and there it is for Weirs.
You can't leave her. She's got the stroke, man.
And, of course, if you're listening to public address in the background, you're going to go, wait a minute, doesn't that guy do Husker volleyball? Yes, Rich Broderson getting his start here in Kearney at UNK, and a lifer. And he is the inventor of three-pointer, which I never try to imitate on radio or TV broadcasts. But he has become famous for that.
Yeah.
So good. Good defense by the Lopers again. The shot to Jackson won't go. Coming out of there with it, Green. Outlet into the front court. Skip pass over the left side into the Chadron State bench. So the ball will belong to the Eagles. Coming up at halftime, we'll take a look at some of the highlights of the first half. Brought to you by Sauter Heyman. Sauter Heyman Jewelers. Nobody better than Sauter Heyman. It's Christmas time. Have you got everything taken care of, Mr. Denny?
That typically does not fall on my shoulders. That's somebody else's department.
You just have a couple gifts to get for a certain someone?
You better believe it.
There's that three in the right-hand corner. And something that they haven't had in a long time. Quintana knocks it down. And the Eagles finally able to get a trifecta.
Quintana with a good look there was able to set her feet and pull the trigger.
Lopers have Rowan back in. That ball gets away, and Jillian Aschoff. There's a smart move. Haven't seen that too often, and never know if somebody's on your hip. Let's make sure. Let's make sure that they don't get a layup.
It's a good heady play. It is.
Only difference between that, she grabs it. They don't take it out underneath, most likely. I think they're taking it out on the side. Probably a few more inbounds plays from underneath, but it's just a heads-up, smart ball player. And here comes Chadron State. Peterson trying to get her involved here. They have really done a good job keeping her in check, banging down there with the freshman Green, and it's stolen away at the top of the key by Simmons, who's got the uncontested layup. Those are the ones that are killers, not only turnovers, but when you turn it over on that outlet back up top,
yes,
you're usually always going to have an uncontested breakaway for the bucket.
And she's provided quite a spark off the bench for the Lady Lopers.
Oh, there's a good move. Kyle got the defender in the air. Can't quite finish, but we're going to get the foul on Gosha Bishkovska for the Lopers.
It was a good take by number 23 there, Old Coyote. And she got her on her hip and was able to go to her strong side and got the foul called on the opponent.
We've been able to kind of see the philosophy of what Chadron State wants to do. It's just a matter of execution and getting the ball in the hole here. And, again, when you've got such a restarted program, number one, first-year coaches, and a lot of underclassmen, you're just trying to grind away. As we said, probably played their two best games once they got into conference. Second rebound, free throw no good. Offensive rebound is Annie over it over the rim, out of bounds. Good hustle by Torrin, just couldn't find a way to put it in the hole. Back in for the Lopers is going to be Paige Horn.
You get a good look at Coach there for Chadron State, Coach Little, and he keeps it positive. He's trying to work with these girls. They're down a little bit here, but they're still fighting.
All right, Lopers break the press, fake the three, left-hand corner drive, off balance, get the little nudge. Jordan Sears will head to the line and shoot a pair. Fouls on Peterson. First foul of the game on Peterson.
Good baseline drive there.
So Sears to shoot a couple. And the Lopers have outscored Chadron State 17, now make it 18-5 here in the quarter. This was a 13-10 ball game at one point. And that's when the Lopers finally started to find a little. And their defense has been just as good, 39-17.
You're right, and that's what kicks it all. It kick-starts. It's that defense and makes a turnover and turns it into a layup on the other end.
Lopers give up about 63 a game, 76 a game for Chadron State. Pick and roll, good move underneath, but Peterson hits the rim on the way up, no good. Loper's not giving up many offensive rebounds. The board brought down there by Paige Horn, and another offensive foul. Good hustle, but Sears will get the call for the foul.
Old Coyote was set on that, number 23, and she took the charge.
I'm going to tell you what, that's a charge.
That's a charge,
and
she's pumped.
That's a solid gal that you ran over right there.
That's right.
And I think Sears is feeling it.
Yeah.
So she gets back to the other end. Old Coyote comes off the right elbow, hands it off to Mosier, trying to get Ella going here. In fact, really, Chadron just trying to get anybody going here, even being held under their average. Here's a long three off the pick. Might have been partially touched over there by the Lopers, and Sears comes up way short. UNK on the run out here, takes it right into the middle, kicks it right corner, looking for a three on the way, and it's in and out, no good from Biskowska. And the rebound brought down Peterson. Chadron State a chance to run it out, 2-on-2. Taking it in, drawing some contact, and going to the line will be Torrent. Foul will be called on Biskowska. That is her third foul of the ball game. And although that shouldn't be a problem, Loper's up 22. Don't figure this to be a fourth quarter ball game, but don't want to get into foul trouble.
No, you really don't. You'd like the Chadron State player here, Torrin. Boy, she made a good move there. You'd like a jump stop and then take that up strong. She probably lacks a little on the strength side going against her opponent there, but
freshman out of Springfield, Illinois. It'd be interesting to talk with Coach Little about recruiting. I mean, where are you finding these girls? And again, it's just his first year, so some have been here. Second free throw, good, but they've got kids from California and Washington State and Illinois, and of course everybody's Montana. Everybody seems to have some foreign players, as they do from Denmark with Benzus. 40 on the game, 15 on the shot. Loper's working. Oh, there's a beautiful backdoor pass underneath. Can't get the shot. Down to 5. Here's Aschoff firing the three. In and out, no good. Almost had the offensive rebound. Old Coyote comes up with it. Plenty of time. 22 seconds. Kicks it out on the left wing. Long three. High archer, no good. Loper's knock it out of the hands there of Quintana. And still have 12 seconds here for the last shot. They buried a three at the end of the first quarter. Simmons, little dribble drive penetration, step around, left-hand scoop shot is good. And that will take us to halftime despite the steal there. Good hustle by the Lopers and Miley Weir's shot was after the buzzer, but UNK able to outscore Chadron State 21-6 in the second quarter. Look at that fake right, come left. Put a little English on the cue ball there and roll it in. It's UNK 41 and Chadron State 18. You're watching in-state Nebraska rivalry basketball on News Channel Nebraska. Back with our halftime show in a moment.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction.
When you're running the basis of a busy day, let Speedy Mart at 13235 Grover Street in Omaha knock it out of the park. Start your morning with breakfast made with the real thing, fresh eggs. Step inside for tasty snacks, refreshing drinks, and friendly service that treats you like family. With a dynamic team full of energy and great chemistry, every stop feels like a win. Speedy Mart, where every visit is a home run.
For over 40 years, Claybaugh Pharmacy has been your trusted, family-owned, full-service pharmacy. We provide traditional medical options, medical equipment, immunizations, and over-the-counter products. We take pride in going above and beyond to improve the health of our community. And to ensure you have a seamless experience, manage your profile and refills with a touch of the finger from home. Claybaugh Pharmacy in downtown Beatrice, your hometown family-owned pharmacy.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Buffalo County Community Partners, because your life matters and help is always here. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports. NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
And welcome back to the UNK Health and Sports Center. We have the halftime shooting contest going on, as you can see. I believe the old, what do we got, layup, free throw, three-pointer, half quarter. Did you ever have any luck with that?
No. Layup, free throw, I'd probably be all right, but
not in the allotted time.
Not in the allotted time. This guy's giving it a whirl here.
A little more arch.
That's right.
41-28, Doug Duda along with Seth Denny here at the home of the Lopers. UNK basketball taking on Chadron State. And let's go ahead and take a look at some of the first half numbers that we have in this ball game for Chadron State. Most points in the ball game is from Quintana. She had a 3-point bucket, so she's got 5. You've actually got 7 different players that have scored here for Chadron State to put up 18. So on one hand, you know, you go, oh, good balance. But on the other hand, and we've mentioned it, just nobody can get rolling here. She's got 5 3 points apiece for Mosier and for Torren, 2 points apiece for Wagner, also Truesdale, and for Winfrey, and 1 point in the ball game for Old Coyote. The leading scorer on the season for Chadron State in Mackenzie Peterson has yet to score in the basketball game. Chadron State has not had the luxury of knocking down a whole bunch of shots in this contest. Rebounding-wise, Winfrey leads the way with 4 rebounds here in the first half of play. So Peterson looking for her first points of the basketball game. 7 of 25 from the field for Chadron State. That's just 28%. They were 2 of 12 last quarter. 3-pointers, 2 of 10. They're 2 of 6 from the free throw line. They have 12 rebounds in the ball game compared to 20 for the Lopers, and they were called for 9 fouls, 2 fouls apiece on Wagner, Torren, and Winfrey. For the UNK Lopers, here's how things look. Jordan Sears, 2 of 2 at the free throw line for her 2 points. 11 points for Jillian Aschoff, 4 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from the line. Miley Weirs leads the way with 12 points. She's 5 of 7 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line. Then you have Gosha Bishkovska, who has 6 points in the basketball game. Sanaya Simmons with 4, and Tara Bioshinin has also picked up 6 points in the basketball game. The Lopers 16 out of 29 from the field for an impressive 55% here in the first half. 8 of 12, Seth, in that second quarter, because I was going to say they got off to a slow start. Only had 2 points in the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Had a ton of turnovers, but once they quit turning it over, they're getting a lot of close shots, a lot of easy shots.
Well, you look at the points off turnovers there. The Lopers have 18, and that's been one of the keys for sure. They've turned those 15 Chadron turnovers into points, and that's really gone right into the hands of UNK. And then you look at the guard play. Aschoff and Weirs have had fabulous first halves. The only thing that's going to give Coach Johnson some heart palpitations is the turnovers. You'd like that number to go down, but really, after the first quarter, those have gone down.
I'm going to tell you what, though. I mentioned it. Listen to this line for Jillian Aschoff in the first half. 11 points, 10 rebounds. That's half of the Lopers' rebounds, and she's got 6 assists. I wasn't joking about that triple-double.
You weren't. That's going to be a Magic Johnson triple-double here tonight if she continues to continue to play as much as she did in the first half.
Yeah, that's going to be it. On one hand, she'll play more if this game gets a little closer. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first half highlights of today's basketball game, brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Stunning engagement collections, exceptional diamonds, and dazzling gemstones can be found at their Lincoln and Grand Island locations. Sartor Heyman Jewelers. And again, not a whole lot right off the get-go at the beginning of the basketball game, but here's Aschoff coming in and getting things started with the first bucket of the ball game, and then that's where the Lopers would be for quite some time. Chadron State finally gets on the board here with the Quintana short-range jumper from the left baseline, 2-2. And then Chadron finally gets the lead back there. You can see Coach Johnson, hands on the head. You get the layup here from Wagner, and that's where the timeout came. And when the coach is that far out on the court, you know he's either really happy or he's really not happy. The three-pointer knocked down again by the Lopers and kind of got things started right there. Put them up 5-4. As we said, got to 13-10. Free throw line jumper up and good again as Bishkovska and Weir started to get a little something going. And then Aschoff starts to take over, draws the and one. Another three-pointer for the Lopers here from Miley Weirs, their leading scorer, the freshman out of Diller. Underneath, Chadron State will get the easy layup from Keziah Torin. Chadron would try again for a three-pointer from the corner for Mosier, and she's able to knock it down. The freshman got it to 13-10. Here comes Aschoff with another assist as we move in to second quarter play, and the layup is up and in by Miley Weirs. Trying to get some work down on the low post. Another turnaround jumper. And this is where the Lopers really start to pull away here in the first half. They were up 18 at this point, and another three-pointer in the corner from Weirs. Eventually a lead of 23, which is where we are at here at halftime. Chadron State goes to the corner again for the three-point bucket, knocked down by Audrey Quintana. She's the only player that has 2 buckets for Chadron State in the first half, their leading scorer with 5 points. And then to finish things off in the first half, there's the steal and the layup by Simmons. And UNK would only allow 1 more point over the last 3 minutes there to Chadron State. And at the half, they lead it by a score of 41-18. Our halftime highlights brought to you by Sartor Heyman Jewelers in Lincoln and Grand Island. We'll be back with more on NCN after this.
Our halftime show is proudly presented by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction.
Doug Giudicetti back with you here as more fans are rolling in for a 5:30 tip that we had. Men's game will follow. Lopers have been putting up some points, but want to take care of Chadron just like they did with Wayne State. It is time to take a look at our halftime, proudly brought to you by RMV Construction. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction. And today, something you know a lot about here, Seth, the beautiful Yanni Park Pavilion here in Kearney, a $3.7 million project that RMV Construction recently completed. RMV Construction built this 3,600 square foot event space, which features a catering kitchen, wraparound patio, fire pit area. Every detail shows the care and quality that RMV puts into their work. Whether it's a community space, commercial project, or something totally unique, trust the team that brought the Yanni Pavilion to life. A lot of people really thought that that was your house.
Oh, is that right?
A lot of people got confused, thought that was your house, but no, that is the Yanni Park Pavilion.
That is not our house. That is a gorgeous facility.
If you have a construction project that needs built, RMV Construction, the company you need to call, with offices in Kearney and Lincoln. Trusted, local, proven, RMV Construction. Both teams have returned to the court for a little halftime warm-up, and we're going to take another break. Be back with more But first, before we take that break, I want to take a look at some of the upcoming broadcasts that we're going to have here on News Channel Nebraska Television. We are going to be busy even during the holiday break. Got some high school basketball coming up Thursday. North Bend going to take on Pender's girls, who are about as good as there is in the state, and Columbus Lakeview boys in a split doubleheader. Then on Friday, Auburn and Freeman will be heading down there into the southeastern corner of Nebraska. North Platte and Norfolk will play Saturday afternoon, and because of the holiday break, we're going to get some early games for you next Monday and Tuesday. Columbus will be hosting Lincoln Southwest on Monday, and Lincoln North Star and Millard North boys on Tuesday. Both of those tip at 3:30. That North Star Millard North is the number 1 and 3 or 4 team in the state. 2 top 5 teams. That should be a dandy on Tuesday afternoon. And I know you love yourself some high school hoops.
I do, and I think it's great that these games are televised. I mean, this is a lot of fun for viewers like me to see some teams that you don't normally get to see. You know, that Auburn-Freeman matchup, you talk about 2 small school teams that have had great clubs over the years. And that'll be an interesting get-together there. Then, North Star and North, that'll be a good one as well. Good coverage by NCN.
And you can always follow us along on social media as well, whether you're on YouTube, whether you're on X, whether you're on Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, it's all out there. Follow NCN Sports on social media, as you can see on your screen. It is halftime here at UNK. The Lopers were able to go on a pretty good run in the second quarter, outscore Chadron State 21-6, and they lead it 41-18 here at halftime. And as always, we want to say a big thank you to our halftime sponsors, RMV Construction, trusted, local, proven, Lincoln and Kearney, and Sartor Heyman Jewelers. Oh, if you haven't got that gift bought yet, Sartor Heyman is going to be able to do more than just engagement rings. They've got some really cool stuff at Sartor Heyman. Back with the second half in a moment.
Darling, I believe everything's gonna be alright. No need to worry, cause you got somebody on your side. We all need a fam, we all need a crew. When you're in a jam, don't know what to do, just reach out your hand and we'll see you through. Doesn't matter where you're at, we got your back. We got your back.
With a Medica health plan, you're not just covered, you're cared for.
We got your back.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Doug Ditto along with Seth Denny, our producer-engineer, Danny Alvarado, and the great crew, whether they're working cameras or everything else behind the scenes here. Sure appreciate that. And Seth, I know it's 41-18, but what are going to be the keys to the second half for both of these teams?
Yeah, I think, first of all, for UNK, you've got to continue to push tempo. That starts on the defensive end. Look to create some steal opportunities, then push the rock and try to get layups on the other end. You want to take Chadron State out of it, completely out of it is what they're going to try to do. And I think Chadron's going to want to do the opposite, slow it down, make good passes, get somebody open and get going.
Well, we'll see if the Lopers can put a little more space and make it comfortable for everybody over the last quarter and a half here. That's a good way to start it as Sears drains the three-pointer from the left wing, and the Lopers go up by 26.
Good ball movement for Sears. She had her feet set and drained it.
All right, Chadron State just got to find a way to get some offense here, and they haven't been able to do much transition-wise. Jordan Stokes, who we didn't see a whole lot of after starting the ball game, is going to come around and take the basketball, uses a good screen. One of the reasons we haven't seen much is Aschoff kept her in check. Three-pointer from the corner is good again by Quintana. She's got 8 points to lead the way here for the Eagles. Sears takes it in the right-hand corner. Chadron State manning up. think we're going to try and get Green involved again down low. As Aschoff drives in, puts the runner up, no good. Green goes over the top, tips it out, but it's going to be into the hands of Quintana. And she'll push it up with the right-hand dribble all the way right side of the key. Contested shot off the iron twice, no good. Green battles for it, tips it out to Sears, and the Lopers on the run out. Here's Aschoff on the right wing. There's that one-hand pass cross-court. Crossover dribble, step back three. That's big girl basketball right there by Miley Weirs, the freshman out of Diller.
Boy, it really is. Good spacing on that fast break. And when you've got a shooter like her, I mean, you've got a weapon.
And so the Lopers out by a 47-21 count, trying to pressure the basketball. This has been Chadron's biggest problem here, is just trying to get an open look. Haven't been able to fight through the screens as good as they want to, as the jumper is on the way and no good by Wagner. Offensive rebound, that's a rarity. Peterson looking for her first points, dishes it off, and they'll reset it here. 15 on the shot clock. Back out top to Quintana. Lopers have Green guarding Peterson. Now again, they're in a situation they're going to have to throw something up. So here's Quintana on the drive. She does, and she hits.
It's a good move. She was patient, man, took it right to the cup. Good play by Quintana. Good start by her in the second half.
That's just a good one-on-one play there. Lopers didn't slide over to help, but you were making sure that they didn't dish it to your player. Oh, Sears trying to fire it underneath and overshot her teammate Lene Green. Loper turnover.
Good attack. She got in the paint. She tried to dish it to the teammate.
Quintana 10 points, a rebound. 5 in each half, and we've only played 2.5 minutes here in the second half of play. A 3 and a 2 in each of the halves here, and she's got to get on the right wing. Gets by the defender. No backside help, and the layup this time no good. Aschoff with another rebound. Pushes it up the floor. Doesn't have numbers. That doesn't usually matter. Jillian just couldn't find anybody to pass it to. Keeps the dribble, swings it over the left wing. Loper 3 is too strong, and slapping the basketball back out there was Weirs. Volleyball season's over, although it was a heck of a season here at UNK, and we're going to get a loose ball foul called on Aschoff. And do want to say, hey, man, I know everybody's heartbroken about what happened down in Lincoln on Sunday. What an effort. What fun it is to watch volleyball across this state. UNK ended up number 7 in the country in the final Division II volleyball poll that was released yesterday. The 7 teams, not including Oklahoma Baptist, but the 7 teams besides Baptist, all finished in the top 17 of the final Division II poll. 5 of them were in the top 10.
Rick's got quite a program over the years here at UNK. A lot to be proud of.
Friends up at Wayne State tied for 10th in the final poll.
Great program up there as well.
All right, Chadron back to action here. After the foul, trying to get it underneath. Peterson just no room to run. And Green with great defense. Ball comes down. Lopers, there's Aschoff up ahead. How about another assist for Jillian Aschoff? She's getting close to that triple-double. Already had the double-double in the first half with 11 points and 10 rebounds. And here, with that 6 assists in the first half, starting to get towards double digits in that category in the third quarter. 49-23, Lopers up comfortably. And the corner left kickoff for a Mosier 3, no good. Trying to run down the loose ball. Good hustle there by the Lopers and Bishkovska, who has to be a little careful with those 3 fouls. Long 3, tested the waters that time. Weirs no good. Rebound brought down by Old Coyote for Chadron State. There's a nice pass ahead, and Peterson with her first points of the basketball game. And Chadron State is going to take the timeout. Our third quarter here on News Channel Nebraska Television is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of pain, not just the symptoms. And that looked like that might have a little pain right there. No foul. Peterson hits the deck. And we've got a timeout on the floor. 6 minutes to go, third quarter. UNK 49, Chadron State 25 on NCN.
There's something dynamic about a team, a family, a community. At UNK, we thrive on collaboration, turning individual strengths into collective triumphs. Lopers are known for healing others, for big business ideas, for teaching and leading, for being the first generation and inspiring the next. With support from application to graduation, get an affordable education with powerful results. While one can be strong, together we are unstoppable. That's the power of the herd.
At
At Nebraska Orthopedic Center, they provide comprehensive orthopedic health care. Their physicians are highly skilled in all areas of orthopedic and sports medicine, including spine surgery, foot and ankle, hand and upper extremities, fracture care, and total joint replacement. Their expertise includes the medical management of injuries through physical and rehabilitative methods or surgical intervention. To schedule an appointment or to learn more about Nebraska Orthopedic Center and their family of 25 physicians, go online to nebraskaortho.com. That's nebraskaortho.com. Nebraska Orthopedic Center is your healing destination.
Doug Dudas, Seth Denny, back with you here at UNK. Want to thank Sports Information Director Peter Yazvac and all the crew here for their hospitality. Lopers comfortably ahead. Seth?
Doug, that was a nice play by Chadron. Pushed the tempo there. Their number 15 sprinted the floor Peterson and got the layup in. Nice find there by Old Coyote, number 23. So they continue to fight even though they're down 49-25 in this contest.
All right, going to put a little pressure on, and back of the ball games is Sanaya Simmons. She brings it all the way into the paint, cut off there by the trees, gives it up top. Weirs with a nice strong move with the left hand, and one.
That's just a strong take. Going to the left like that, just a strong, confident take to the cup.
Man, beautiful play. Look at this. Trying to slide over, but a big-time foul called on Winfrey. Our instant replay brought to you by Meade Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish. Meade Lumber, and the free throw is good.
And Winfrey's hands would have been tied because she didn't want to leave her defender. She would have dished it for sure.
All right, Lopers 52-25. Simmons stayed in bounds, made the steal. Aschoff back over to Simmons, and here come the Lopers on another run. Aschoff officially with 8 assists. Three-pointer on the way, and there's 9. A three-pointer knocked down by Bishkovska. And as we mentioned, Peter Yazbek, then he tells me we might already be short a couple, so when they go back and look at the film, she might already have that triple-double. 55-25. And again, Chadron State just having trouble keeping up scoring here, and we're going to have another offensive foul. We had 3 or 4 of those in the first half on illegal screens are running through. And Old Coyote going to be called for the foul. And always the fun thing, talking to the official that didn't make the call.
Don't blame me.
Yeah, pleading her case, and he's going,
right.
I was over here not watching a different part of the basketball game.
Right.
So. All right, a lot of man-to-man throughout this contest. Baseline jumper. There's a nice one knocked down by the Lopers. And Biochinin knocks it down. She's from Serbia. As we said, Poland for Bishkovska. Denmark over there for Chadron State and Benzus.
Biochinin draining that mid-range jumper is good to see. Those are open sometimes.
Just especially if you give them a little bit of a seam. Here's a long three. Quintana from way downtown, and Caitlin Clark hits another three.
Yeah, that was Caitlin Clark land for sure. She's had a great second half so far.
Quintana putting the points on the board here for Chadron. Here's Aschoff trying to draw contact, does, and scores.
Doug, the key with Aschoff is her vision. She has a great feel for the game. She keeps her eyes up. Who can I dish to, or should I take this one up?
I'll tell you what, it just proves you don't have to have glasses to have great vision, right, Seth?
That's exactly right.
We've got a timeout on the floor here at UNK with 4:15 to go in the third quarter. The Lopers continue to pull away here over Chadron State, 59-28.
From the heart of Nebraska to across the state, RMV Construction is building more than just structures. We're building trust. RMV Construction has grown from humble beginnings to become a trusted name across central Nebraska and beyond. With unmatched craftsmanship, cutting-edge innovation, and an unwavering commitment to customer satisfaction, we deliver projects on time, on budget, and above expectations. Trusted, local, proven. RMV Construction in Kearney and Lincoln. Let's build your vision together. This broadcast is brought to you by Western Oil. Make your first and last stop to and from the game at your nearest Speedy Mart or good-to-go convenience stores today. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Bye. UNK is shooting 59% for the game. They're 7 of 13 from downtown, 54%. So sometimes it's a little easier to make that ball go against non-top 25 teams. Aschoff trying to complete the three-point play here. And the free throw on the way, and something that didn't go for Jillian. But the Lopers are able to D up right away off the miss. Quintana gets it to Old Coyote, who brings it across the timeline here. Try to trap her, which would be absolutely the right thing to do before they get it back into the hands of Quintana. 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Lopers have outscored Chadron 18-10. 5 on the shot clock again. Chadron dumps it down low. Fake one way, go the other, and Winfrey makes a nice play. Didn't worry about the shot clock on that one, Seth. That was just a well set up play.
That really was. It was a good play by Winfrey. The old show and go there, and laid it in for two.
Aschoff crossover, kicks it out. Loper three off the back iron, no good. Winfrey bobbles but gets the rebound off the miss from Bishkovsky. Here's Quintana again, open, kind of a step back jumper. Kind of forced that one, it looked like, Seth. She didn't really get what she wanted. There's that pass that I just love to see. One hand off the dribble, and there is a triple-double officially for Jillian Aschoff. Points, rebounds, and now double-digit assists in the basketball game.
She's played a tremendous game. There's a vision again to a streaking Simmons down the court for the layup.
You know, at the end of the ball game, we'll talk to Coach Johnson. We'll talk to our player of the game. I don't know. We're going to have to really decide about who that player of the game is again tonight. Man, right. Oh, man. Yeah, not always does the player we feature up top end up being the player we talk to at the end. Oh, nice play there by Simmons. She'll fire it into the front court. How about a little reversal? Aschoff. And good defense. Chadron State. Quintana knocked it out of her hands. I thought Jillian was going to dish that basketball off for Bioshinen, but did not. Thought she could get there, and foul call.
Got it on the arm.
I don't think they called the foul, did they? Just out of bounds.
I think you're right.
I think the officials were trailing the play. I just don't think they got a good eye on that one.
They didn't have a good look at the replay like we did.
That's exactly. And, you know, it didn't need to be a foul considering where we're at in the ball game. There's a block and a takeaway by Torin. What looked to be a really good move in there by Horn. And Chadron the other way.
Good defense by Torin. Good position and got the swat.
Tell you what, more folks rolling into the basketball game. Legends, Hall of Famers. Always good to see them. Back up top with that shot clock running down again. Simmons has got the pocket pick. She's out ahead of the pack trying to chase her down, and the foul will be called on Triana Jackson. But the Seattle Washington Junior going to make her earn it from the line. Good hustle by Jackson.
Boy, just kind of a careless pass by Chadron. They were getting good ball movement, and they had a costly turnover there. That's going to turn into free throws.
At the free throw line, number 1.
So Simmons to the line to shoot a pair.
Boy, she provides a spark off the bench night after night, and she's doing it again tonight.
Win will get the Lopers to 500 before their game this weekend.
You know, Doug, you look at this scoreboard right now, and then you think about how banged up the Lopers are with several players out. There's only so much subbing that can go on, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. Second free throw also good. Taking a look at our Midway Auto Dealership scoreboard, UNK 63, Chadron State 30. 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. For your next vehicle, check out thinkmidway.com. Midway, it's a better way. And a foul at the other end. Thinking that she got it clean was Horn. Page will be called for the foul. And a couple of free throws coming up here for Chadron State. Watch our replay again. Yeah, that was clean.
It happens.
It's okay. Get him called now, not in a 77-74 ball game against Washburn or something. Free throw up and in. Again, the men's game coming up next. So stay with us for that. As we said, the Lopers have South Dakota Mines coming in Sunday at 1 o'clock. Chadron State Friday at 4:30. Fort Hays State ranked number 8 in the country. And the ball belongs here to the Eagles. On the set inbounds play, trying to get it to the right corner. Stumbling over there was Wagner. It looked like she tweaked her ankle a little bit. She is able to recover the basketball. Again, shot clock working down low. Peterson, one way, left hand, put it up and in.
That's a good move by Peterson. Took her time and laid it in.
And a steal and a bucket, UNK. Everybody's guilty of that from time to time. You just grab it and go to throw it in and don't realize that, bam, the defense stayed back. So 4 quick ones, and the Lopers get the foul on Horn.
Heady play by Torn there. She kind of hung around there, and as you said, stole that thing.
And puts the first free throw up and in. And the second free throw on the way, and that one doesn't want to go home. And the rebound brought down by the player that committed the foul in Horn. Long outlet pass, front court. Here's the trailer Sears, comes in with the left hand and finishes. Nice pass that time from Emma Rowan.
It was a nice pass and a nice cut, and another bucket for the Lopers.
65-34 as we approach the 1 minute mark here of the third quarter. Trying a little give and go, but the Lopers well defended. Ball picked off. 1-on-1 the other way. Hand check foul and a bucket by Abby Richter, the redshirt freshman out of Eden Prairie, Minnesota. And she'll go to the line and shoot one. Peterson with the foul.
Good, strong move by Richter on the offensive end there after making the steal. Concentrated, hit the layup, and now it's a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Now fought through the contact.
She did.
All right, the free throw to try and complete the three-point play is up and in. Uh-oh, I missed out. We just had 6-7.
Okay.
We just had 6-7. Now we got 6-8. So I just happened to catch a few people out of the corner of my eye. There's not a lot of youth here right now, but yeah. Whatever that's about.
Right.
Hopefully that'll be gone in the new year.
They don't let you forget about it. Ooh.
Oh, man. Ball dribbled off the foot there of Wagner. Then she picked it back up and tried to clear some space and unintentionally pops Richter in the mouth, the nose.
Richter took a shot.
Oh, man. Yeah. Our instant replay brought to you by Beatrice Community Hospital. Incredible care, incredibly close. And she took a shot and stays with it. Nice move. Simmons going to kick it to her, try to reward her after that shot. The three-pointer is good. And, yeah, that's when the bench, they're just loving seeing someone that doesn't get a lot of playing time get in there and make bucket, take a shot to the chin, Terrence Bud Crawford style, and then come back in and hit another three.
And typically, Doug, your eyes water when that happens. You take a shot like that, and then you drain the three. Pretty good, Richter.
That was usually the only chance I had to make it was if my vision was impaired. Lumpers steal the ball in the final moments here, the third quarter, and in total control as we go to the fourth quarter. UNK 71, Chadron State 34. This is in-state basketball on News Channel Nebraska Television.
Buy a new 2026 Silverado 1500 Custom Crew Cab hassle-free, priced at $39,999 at Central Nebraska's premier GM dealer, Midway Chevrolet Buick GMC in Kearney, or thinkmidway.com/GM. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
I spend with purpose because I bank with purpose at Liberty First Credit Union. With my Liberty Plus checking account, I can earn extra cash just for spending on everyday things, like groceries, online or in-store purchases, and lunch. At Liberty First, anyone can join, so start earning money to spend on the things you love. Start banking with purpose. Start banking with Liberty First Credit Union.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Midway Auto. For your next vehicle, go to thinkmidway.com. Schrock Medical Clinics in Kearney. Their expert medical team can treat every member of the family. And by Copper Mill Steakhouse in Kearney. Only the finest food and great service.
There you go. Some of the Loper fans here cheering on UNK as we get ready for fourth quarter action. UNK and Chadron State. With the men's game coming up. Loper Vision doing a good job of getting some of the fans on the big screen here. All you got to do is find a youngster. They're all good here at Christmas time.
They want on that screen. The kids love it.
All right, Chadron State will get the ball here to start the fourth quarter. Try and put together a solid 10 minutes before heading down to Fort Hays State. Old Coyote at the top of the circle with it. Again, the Lopers red hot from the field and a 5-second count. Nobody was really moving. And good defense up there by the Lopers and Addie Sullivan, another freshman out of Blair, a Blair Bear here for UNK. So, again, we said everybody was going to get to play again today. The Lopers have 11 players suited in this contest. Everybody's been in. Aschoff with the triple-double. Sorry, go ahead, Sam.
No, excuse me. Sullivan with a great defensive pressure there.
Wears against the double team, no good, but that leaves Lene Green wide open to get the offensive rebound and stick back to start this fourth quarter of play for the Lopers, who will end up getting to 6-6. Chadron will fall to 0-8 on the season. Lopers are shooting 60% in this basketball game, 27-45 from the field. 13-37, 35% for Chadron. Try to get it into Old Coyote. Is going to be knocked away there by the young lady that just scored in Addie Sullivan.
Boy, you'll take that 60% from the field every day and twice on Sundays, man.
Plus 9 of 10 at the line. Give him credit for that. Here's a step back three. Mosier got it. Mosier knocks down another three-pointer. 5 of 14 now from downtown. Lopers are 8 of 15, 53% from three-point land. Simmons trying to shake and bake into the paint, gets rid of it. Back out top, try to force it inside there to Green, and Chadron's going to come out of there with the basketball. Lopers will come right back and pick the basketball off. That is the 24th turnover for Chadron. Now the Lopers have 17, which is going to be way more than Coach wants. But outside of that, things settle down after the first 5 minutes, and UNK doing what UNK was supposed to do. Quintana for another three. No good. And the rebound brought down by Addie Sullivan. Aschoff probably not going to have a lot more time on the floor, so she takes it in and hits the layup.
Lene Green kind of sealed off the help there on defense and had a clear path for Aschoff to lay that one in.
Wonder if he'll just stick with Simmons to run point when they put Aschoff on the bench, or test something else out. As that three-pointer no good, but it comes right back out to Evelyn Old Coyote. Hands it off. Little give and go back to Mosier. Simmons bounces off the screen. Fire it over on the left wing. Three-pointer on the way, and it is good for Jordan Stokes. And we will get a timeout on the floor here for UNK, as Coach Johnson, still coaching, wants to make sure everybody is doing their job. Timeout on the floor, 7:33 remaining. Lopers in charge here on NCN.
On your way to the big game or heading home after the win, Speedy Mart is the ultimate team stop.
Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! Stay alive! You're bound to stay alive at Speedy Mart.
Icy cold drinks? Check. Tasty snacks? Double check. Fast fuel and room for the whole crew? You know it.
Be aggressive! And make sure to go to Speedy Mart after the game.
Hey, it's me, one of those students on the waiting list for a Teammates mentor. I've heard Teammates is so fun and awesome. You get to talk, laugh, play games, and hang out with a positive, caring adult once a week at school. Teammates helps students believe in themselves, and 97% of mentees are proud to be a part of it. I'd love to be one of those mentees, but we need more mentors. So if you got an hour a week to be someone a student like me can count on, go to teammates.org today. Join the team. Be a mentor.
2 games in 2 days, but both blowout wins here for UNK. A little bit different competition today for Chadron State. But Seth, as you look at Chadron, you try to find the positives out there, and Loper's defense has really been good. We talk about what they're doing offensively, but their defense has been really good, forcing the turnovers. They just don't have that dynamic player yet that can kind of take you one-on-one.
Yeah, they don't have that go-to scorer, yes, that you're right, that can take somebody one-on-one each trip down the court.
All right, Lopers using their bench. Simmons over on the left wing. Stutter dribble. Trying to get it over here to Aschoff, and we get a foul called. This is going to be on Kenna Wagner. Leading the way for the Lopers right now. We do have Weeks, Miley with 20 points in the basketball game, and then Aschoff with 15 points, 11 rebounds, 11 assists. The official triple-double number. Inbounds, and getting bumped around is going to be Green, the freshman out of Northborough, Iowa. Trying to get something going inside. She's been bounced around quite a bit in the ball game. She has just 2 points in the contest. Hasn't had that many opportunities. And then leading the way for Chadron State here this evening is Quintana with 13 points as she checks back in. Green, the old hand right back to Aschoff. Can't get it to go. Rebound brought down by Peterson. Held to 4 points, their leading score. Now it's only 11 points a game, but Peterson has really been held in check here. Three-pointer no good. Lopers come the other way. Simmons puts it up and in.
Simmons continues to attack. Lopers extending that lead now to 37.
77-40. Lopers over their 69 points a game average.
Could have got a reach there, probably.
This is always that point of the ball game where I think the officials feel like everybody else does. It better be pretty blatant. There's a pick and roll trying to get it to Peterson. Ball tipped, though. Peterson ends up on the ground. Aschoff fires it over to the left side. The layup is up and in for Sullivan. And we're going to get another timeout, just a substitution timeout here for the Lopers. Coming up, our post game, where we'll have a chance to talk with Coach Drew Johnson. We'll have our player interview as well. Our post game here on News Channel Nebraska, brought to you by Custom Sports and Schrock Medical in Kearney. Looking forward to hearing what Coach has to say after this one.
Well, you like the way Aschoff pushes the ball up the court, but you got to have players, teammates that run the floor, and that's what Addie Sullivan was doing there, coming off the bench, providing a spark for the Lopers.
Chadron State trying to spread the floor a little bit here, really working inside. Ooh, there's a two-hand shove by Peterson to try to get open against Beosinen. And Beosinen just kind of took it. Shot clock 2-1. They're never going to get a shot away. And another shot clock violation. I believe that's 3, maybe 4 in the ball game that UNK has been able to force.
Really good defense by UNK. Seeing the ball, seeing their man, getting help side.
See who else can get some more points on the board, and just continuing to fill the rim is Miley Weirs.
That's a nice smooth move, the spin move and bucket in the paint.
22. Now Peterson gets it down low. Looks for a little room. No good. Got the nice offensive rebound and put it back up and in. Peterson now with 6 points in the basketball game. Baseball pass to the other end. Reverse layup. Cannot find the point by Rowan. Got the offensive rebound, though. And the Lopers will try it again. Here's Weirs down the middle of the lane. Oh, nice little scoop pass. We're going to get a foul called. Trying to get the shot in again was Beosinen. Good pass. Foul on Mosier. Lopers have put Aschoff on the bench.
Boy, just slid that pass right there to the cutting teammate. And she'll get 2 shots.
Tara Beosinen to the line. And the first one is on the way, and it doesn't want to go. Second one coming up. And it's on the way and good. Back in the ball game for the Lopers will be Abby Richter. Again, without Kelsey Hatcher, Bailey Sobzak, Tamaya Najbrotova, and they hope to have Brindley Christensen back at some time, but that's a lot of something you were counting on.
That really is, yeah. Some good players that they're unable to get out there.
But the benefit, players that probably wouldn't have seen as much playing time are getting a chance, especially in these two blowouts, to maybe get comfortable and give the Lopers something when they get back to conference play. Good dish underneath for the layup. Bishkovska Rowan with the assist.
Bishkovska really ran the floor well, and the guard found her for the lay-in.
Quintana, strong move with the left hand, and we're going to get a foul called on the Lopers. Kind of the reach across foul there on Abby Richter. Don't forget, we'll be chatting with our player of the game after the contest. Brought to you by Nebraska Orthopedic Center, your healing destination.
Good take by Quintana to get in the paint there and force the action, and it turns into a couple of free throws for her.
The leading scorer today for Chadron State rolls out. No good. Again, we've got some really good high school basketball coming your way between now and Christmas. How much? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll get a chance to look at that as well in the post game.
You get to earn that fat paycheck there, Duda. You get to earn it.
I'll move it around to the Northeast boys in the Southeast corner. I mean, with North Bend taking on the Lakeview boys and Pender girls, Auburn and Freeman, just to get things going. Kearney and Lincoln Northeast, do want to mention that. That's on the 30th. We'll have that on News Channel Nebraska Television. Good pass inside and the spin move with the left hand. Paige Horn.
Good spin move is right by Horn. Had good position, took her time and spinned it around there.
What was as the three-pointer by Mosier? That one won't go. Long rebound, chased down there by Winfrey. Another three-pointer, Jackson in the corner. No good. Horn will get the rebound. Seth, we've both been a part of blowouts, probably on both sides. You were probably more on the winning side of them as we see Rowan come in and the scoop shot won't go. UNK is going to have to keep a couple girls in here that have a lot of playing time. Were you the kind of person that liked to dish it, or did you always say, hey, I'm going to find me a couple more points here so I can go to Hastings College?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. I've been on both ends of these things. So, yeah, there's something about getting a couple extra buckets in a blowout like that. But, boy, you'd like to think you were the type of guy that would dish it or out. Come on. Share the ball, man.
Good move by Quintana. Now Sears tries to answer, keeps it in the left hand and scores.
Good take by Sears. Good aggressive move from the wing.
I think I was that player later on in life that's when the crowd started to cheer because you knew the last guy was coming in off the bench. Just hoping to get to the free throw line or get that steal out top as the ball is turned over. Lopers 111 yesterday, 88 today.
Doug, they're fun to watch. Offensively, this team pushes the ball up the court. They've got playmakers. They share the ball. They're a fun team to watch.
And hopefully when they get back into conference play, especially after two close losses, I mean, you can never go back, but those two close losses, and they were both on the road, Washburn and Central Missouri, who are going to be in the upper half of the league. Missouri Western on New Year's Day at 5:30, another bucket. And then Northwest Missouri comes in on Saturday, January the 3rd, and Hayes on January the 6th. So 3 home games in less than a week for the Lopers to start 2026. And those are the games you got to win if you want to be in contention. As we said, Hayes, a top 10 team, so nothing easy there. There's a good drive. Scoop shot no good. Wagner will draw the foul.
Yeah, you get opportunities like that Fort Hayes game. That'll be a good one. And the fact that it's here, that should be a fun one to watch.
As we said for Chadron State, then after the game Friday at Hayes, they don't play again until January the 8th And those next couple of games are going to be on the road at Colorado Mines and Regis. Chadron is not home again until January the 15th.
Oh, wow.
Second free throw, good. Lopers did have it doubled up there on Chadron. Now it's 90-46. Playing out the final 2 minutes here. Up top, Emma Rowan. Little stutter, wants to make the pass over to Lene Green. And her pass is going to get away. Loper turnover. Chadron State hoping to get a couple more buckets before they put this one to bed. They're about at their average. As we said, they're only averaging 50 points a ball game. And they've been getting just a little over that the last couple to get to 50 points a basketball game. So this is nothing unusual.
You expect, your opponent to always play hard, even in a blowout like this. And Chadron has done that. They have not hung their head. They've competed hard. They're a little outgunned, but at the same point, they've played hard tonight on both ends.
A lot of season left. Keep on keeping on if you're the Eagles. Here's Mosier down the middle of the lane. Little floater off the heel won't go. And rebound brought down again by the Lopers and Horn, and off to the races they go. Minute 15 to go. Coach Drew Johnson saying, keep it going. The pass tipped away. I think he's really wanting to see. We talked about what will happen when you have to put Jillian Aschoff on the bench. He wants to see Emma come out there, and if you want to say second team, but run the point here and try and get things going and keep that same pace and tempo going.
Well, look, she's an aggressive player, Aschoff is, so there's a chance for foul trouble, and you want to see what you've got going in the second unit a little bit.
1 minute remaining in the ball game. Jackson in the left-hand corner got tripped up. They're going to call a body foul here on the Lopers. Not in a shooting situation yet. Replay brought to you by Mead Lumber, making you feel at home from design to finish.
It's one of those awkward plays where it's hard to call a foul, but it's hard not to call a foul.
Driving in, Mosier looking for a couple more, can't get it. Lopers could be their final possession of the ball game here. 2-on-1, nice dish, but the layup won't go for Horn. Good play that time by Rowan. That's what Coach Johnson was looking for. Chadron tries the same thing. Steal is made. And waiting to find somebody is going to be Lene Green. She does. Lopers can dribble it out if they want to take a shot clock violation. But they will have to get rid of it here. And so they do. They throw it in to the stands. Chadron State now 18 seconds for the last possession of the basketball game.
After a little bit of a rugged start there the first quarter, UNK quickly turned up the heat and was able to really help them defensively. That turned into good offense, and they pulled away from the Chadron team.
All right. Driving right side, looking for one more bucket. Nothing there for Wagner. Kicks it out, Mosier. Mosier with 4. Step back 3, and that will end the basketball game for UNK. The Lopers 90 and Chadron State 46. We'll take a break and be back with our postgame brought to you by Schrock Medical. Schrock Medical Clinic, a fully integrated medical clinic in Kearney. Their expert medical team can treat every member of the family. Coach Johnson and our player of the game when we return here on News Channel Nebraska Television.
A truck that's built to handle the toughest tasks. The GMC Sierra 2500 from Woodhouse Buick GMC. With available turbo diesel power, a reinforced frame, and advanced trailering tech, it's heavy-duty capability without compromise. Take advantage of exclusive offers happening now. Visit us in-store or shop online today. Woodhouse Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
Women have a 1 in 8 chance for developing breast cancer. Early detection makes a difference. Beatrice Community Hospital's Imaging Center can help with the latest technology, from screening with 3D mammography, breast MRI, breast ultrasound, and breast biopsy. All services conveniently located in the BCH's Imaging Center. Schedule your screening today. Incredible care, incredibly close.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Buffalo County Community Partners, because your life matters and help is always here. And by News Channel Nebraska. Want to know which games we're televising each week? Follow us on X at NCN Sports.
Kearney, Nebraska is the getaway you never knew you needed. With comfortable, premium lodging, eclectic shopping, and a variety of locally owned craft food and drink options, Kearney has something for everyone. By day, you'll find rich history, outdoor adventure, and some of America's most unique attractions. And by night, our many entertainment options, dazzling performances, and unique hangouts offer the perfect way to unwind. Visit Kearney. It's so much more than just in the middle.
Stay tuned for our postgame show, brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at customsportsco.com. And by Schrock Medical in Kearney.
Behind every switch you flip, innovation is at work. NPPD is using advanced technology to generate and deliver the reliable energy you've come to expect. Like AI-driven platforms to optimize energy generation, drones for infrastructure inspection, advanced metering for faster outage detection, and helping advance carbon capture and sequestration technologies. It's not just electricity we are delivering, it's innovation. Powering the state, empowering your life. Nebraska Public Power District.
You're back to the UNK Health and Sports Center. Time to talk to our player of the game, Doug Duda, joined by Jillian Aschoff. There was no doubt who was going to be today the second triple-double that's been recorded in UNK women's basketball history. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You do this all the time, though. I mean, maybe the numbers aren't exactly always a triple-double. You pride yourself on the assists. You really hit the boards in this basketball game. What was it that got you a little extra tonight?
Yeah, I think we put an emphasis on boxing out, so I was able to just clear through and run through. My teammates did a good job boxing out, so a few extra boards that way. We put an emphasis on that. So did our jobs, and then I was able to pick up their slack.
You've had to battle through some injuries here. How has that changed what your role has been here, trying to facilitate what's going on with this team right now?
Yeah, I think it took a second for me to realize that I needed to give myself a little break for some injuries I'm having, and then just getting comfortable playing back, and I'm back to full strength now, so it's been a lot better.
All right, Jillian, we'll let you go celebrate with your teammates, and best of luck the rest of the way. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Jillian Aschoff, our player of the game. 15 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists. We'll bring in assistant coach Nicole Oldie-Johnson. She had a line like you used to have, Coach.
That's better than my lines ever were. So it was fun to see her get that. I mean, obviously Jill has meant so much to this program. So it's exciting for her, and I know all she cares about is that we got the win, but it's exciting for her too.
You inherited her when you inherited the program. She had to really step in last year when you were trying to find a true point guard. Talk about her growth during your time here.
Yeah, I mean, she obviously matches our style of play that we want to play, and likes to get up and down the court. Obviously, she knew what she was capable of, and it was fun for us to come in and be able to see that out of her. And she's, bought into everything that we've said since day one. And so not only has she done everything we wanted her to do on the court, but she also is a great leader in the locker room, off the court. And so we're just very appreciative of her, and obviously wish there was more years, but we're going to save her the rest of this year as much as we can.
It's never perfect and it's never horrible.
Yeah.
That first 5 minutes wasn't exactly what you guys were looking for. What didn't get you started, and then what did kind of get things going? Defense was really good all night.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we worked a lot this week on some defensive stuff, and so it took us about 4 or 5 minutes to get into it, but once we finally figured it out and kind of found that next gear that we needed, I thought our girls played really, really well and did some stuff to take them out of what they wanted to do. And so, credit them. Obviously, they came in ready to go, and I'm just glad our players answered the call when we asked them to.
I know we've got South Dakota Mines and then Christmas, but 3 games in 1 week, all at home to start the first of the year. How important is that going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be huge, and obviously we talk about this with our team all the time. It's about growth every day, and so can we come into practice every day and get better? Can we get better every game? And so obviously it'll be great to be at home, which is nice. It'll be really good in a couple weeks if we can look back and say we've gotten better, and then I think wins, losses, we'll see what comes out of that, but I think as long as we can get better, we'll like where we're at.
UNK assistant coach Nicole Oldie-Johnson joining us here. The Loper women pick up a win to get to 500. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck.
All right, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We'll be back and take a look at the final stats right after this.
Stay tuned for our postgame show brought to you by Custom Sports. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com and by Schrock Medical in Kearney.
If you're at home right now and you're suffering from burning, tingling, or numb feet, you need to pay special attention to this next segment as we discuss neuropathy.
What is neuropathy?
Peripheral neuropathy is actually nerve damage to the feet and the legs primarily.
And what are the symptoms?
The major symptoms we see are numbness, burning, muscle cramps, problems with your balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
It is absolutely treatable, and we can get some great results.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your feet or hands, or having balance issues, call today for your nerve damage screening. Your nerve damage screening will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a candidate for our innovative treatment program. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe there is nothing that can be done. End-stage neuropathy leaves people confined to walkers, wheelchairs, and even amputations. The first 25 callers will receive a free nerve damage screening. Act now and call to schedule your nerve damage screening. First 25 callers receive this screening for free.
NCN Sports is brought to you by Husker Rehab, treating the cause of the pain, not just the symptoms. By Schaefer's, we are more than just TVs and appliances. And by Claybaugh Pharmacy, your locally owned hometown pharmacy.
When you have...
All right, welcome back to our NCN postgame show as UNK picks up the win here this evening, 90-46 over Chadron State. The Eagles go to 0-8 and UNK 6-6. Our postgame show brought to you by Custom Sports, from screen printed T-shirts to really nice jerseys. They have what your team needs to look great. Check them out at CustomSportsCO.com. For Chadron State today, they were led by Quintana as she picked up 16 points in the basketball game. Audrey leading the way today for Chadron State. She was the only player in double figures for UNK. As we told you, Jillian Aschoff, 15 points, 12 rebounds, 13 assists. It is the second triple-double in UNK history. Ironically, it was exactly 1 year ago today that Samantha Moore did it against York, 16 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in that basketball game. Aschoff wasn't the leading scorer. That ended up being Miley Wares with 22 points, also in double digits today for the Lopers. With 11 points in the contest was Gosha Bishkovska, and 10 points for the senior Sanaya Simmons. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the highlights of this basketball game. As we joked a little bit there, UNK didn't exactly get off to the quickest start in this one, Seth.
No, they really didn't. In fact, they struggled early on, just committing too many turnovers, but they settled down, Doug. They started sharing the ball and really pushing the ball up the court, making some plays. So it was a slow start, yes, but boy, they cranked it up pretty quick.
All right, after Chadron State took the 4-2 lead, that would be the last time they led in the basketball game as we start raining down some threes out there for UNK, and Bishkovska knocks one down. Here's Weir. She decided, let's get up to 13-5. Then the Lopers kind of got stuck on 13 for a while as well, and Chadron State got it back within 3. Ella Mosier, one of her buckets in the basketball game right in front of the Loper bench. That takes us into the second quarter. After UNK led after the first 20-12, they hit a 3 actually right at the buzzer there to give them the lead, and then held Chadron to just 2 points in the first 7 minutes of that second quarter of play. And this is where Weirs, the freshman, really got things going, knocking down some three-pointers. In the right-hand corner, here's one of the threes that Quintana, the leading scorer for Chadron State, able to put down. But Lopers outscored Chadron 21-6 in the second quarter, led 41-18 at the half, and then came out Quintana with a couple of quick buckets here for Chadron, but UNK answered. We really had the best back and forth of the ball game right at the beginning of the half, and then there she is again. Where's the and one? And the Lopers steadily pull away. Quintana from way downtown knocks down another 3. But from here on out, it was just UNK in total control. Lopers put up 30 points in that third quarter and had that 73-34 lead. Chadron kept in there. Ella Mosier knocked down the 3. And Jordan Stokes says, how about 3 more? cut it to 75-40, which didn't seem like much, but Chadron at least able to get some shots to go down. And UNK, everybody got in for both teams tonight, and the Lopers end up winning this one by a score of 90-46. Thoughts on what you saw, Seth?
Boy, I liked a lot of what I saw for UNK. They really attacked defensively. Some of the defense really turned up the pressure on the opponent, and then that turned into good offense where you could push the ball up the floor. And, they've got good guards. Aschoff played a great game. We've talked at length about her. She really shares the ball well, has great court vision. And Weirs can score the rock, Doug. I mean, she had a great night tonight leading the Lopers in shooting. So it was a good win. You put up 90 points and after 111 last night. So they're making some steps here, and Coach has to be pretty happy about it.
All right, that will wrap things up for our women's game. The men's game will tip off here in just about 20 minutes as we get close to the 7:35 tip-off here tonight. Our post-game again brought to you by Schrock Medical, fully integrative medical clinic in Kearney, and Custom Sports. They have what your team needs to look great at Custom Sports. For our producer-engineer Danny Alvarado and Seth Denny, I'm Doug Duda. Stay with us. The men's game coming up next on News Channel Nebraska.
Stay tuned. Post-game show brought